Now we come to season 2. So season 1, is it over? It's not over. You will know very soon that season 1 is not over at all. But we are going to talk about season 2. The last episode of season 1 is yet to be unfolded to you, which I'll unfold now. Right? I would request you to pay complete attention to this specific sharing. I think I would like to ask you a very fundamental question before I move on to explaining about season 2, is whether are you interested or are you committed? I mean, this was one question that was asked to me that was a life-changing question. For example, are you interested in fitness or are you committed to fitness? Are you interested in health or are you committed to health? Are you interested in a relationship or are you committed to a relationship? There is a big difference between being interested in something and being committed to something. Being interested means, yeah, you will talk about it. For example, if you're interested in fitness, I'll read some articles, I'll forward it to people, I will buy some books on fitness, I will gift some books to others on fitness. I'll do a lot of things if I'm just interested. But if I'm committed to fitness, even when it is raining outside, I will still wear my shoes, hold an umbrella, and still go for my walk. Right? So there is a big difference between being interested in something and being committed to something. I would like to just ask this question. I don't want any answers on the chat box. I don't want any answers in the WhatsApp group on this question. This is purely an introspective question, which you need to answer for yourself. Each of you need to answer for yourself. Are you interested in this journey or are you committed to this journey? Right? If you're just interested, your thought process will be different. You'll say, you know what, today, I don't feel like attending. Anyway, there'll be a video that we posted. I'll anyway watch the video. Or somebody says, I watched the video. Then you ask that person, so what were the top 3 learnings? And the person says, top 3 learnings are what that person learned. And you feel as if you watched the video itself, right? So the behaviors that we demonstrate when we are interested and the behaviors we demonstrate when we are committed are totally different, right? So I just want to park this question in your mind. In the last class, I said, what is the content of season 2? I have added just one thing here. Last time I unfolded, 7. Now I unfolded 8. I have just added threefold karmas as part of the content for season 2. So the 3 bodies that we have, the 3 states of experiences that we have, that is Shariratrayam or Dehatrayam. 3 states of experience is Avastatrayam, the Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, right? Do you have control on when you move from, when you hit the bed? Do you have control on when you go to sleep? Do you have control on when you get a dream? Do you have control on when the dream ends and your deep sleep starts? So how much of control do we have on all these states? This is Avastatrayam. Then Kosha Panchakam, the 5 layers of personality, the 5 sheets of personality, which is the primary topic in Taittiriya Upanishad. Right? It's one of the best Upanishads I've ever read. Then 3 powers, the Shakti Trayam, the Icha Shakti, the Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, which is there. Right? Then the 3 mindsets, the Gunatrayam, which differentiates people. Right? The Kalatrayam, which is past, present, and future. What is the view of time? Kala. Right? Then Yogatrayam. Yogatrayam, very important aspect of the threefold parts that we have, the Karma Yoga, the Upasana Yoga, and the Jnana Yoga. Do we have a choice in these 3 or do we actually don't have a choice in these 3? Then the Karma Trayam, the different types of karma that we talk about, which is the Sanchita Karma, the Prarabdha Karma, and the Agamya Karma, what they are and how karma is connected to Dharma. So this entire lot is the content for season 2, as we saw last time. Now, what does this mean? It means a few things. 1, there are 8 topics here, and we are looking at a minimum of 12 sessions of the same 90 minutes each. Okay, some sessions may go to 2 hours, but most of the sessions will be 90 minutes. So we are looking at a minimum of 12 sessions. It can be much more. We are not going to be bound by number of sessions. We are going to be bound by the content and the depth of the content. All right. Then what is the difference between the other sessions that you see and this session? In other sessions, you will see, for example, somebody talking about Tattva Bodha, or you will see somebody talking about Bhagavad Gita, or somebody giving a lecture of Taittiriya Upanishad separately or Kathopanishad separately. Everything is based on a text. They will tell you what the text talks about. But the way we look at it is different. We look at a concept and we look at a reference of text coming from different sides. For example, when I'm talking about Karma Yoga, we will deal with how Karma Yoga is dealt with in a Upanishad, how Karma Yoga is dealt with in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, how Karma Yoga is talked about, say, in Tattva Bodha, right? So for us, the text is not the central piece. The text becomes reference pieces. But whereas the central piece is a concept, I think that's a fundamental difference in the structure of this entire course. Because if you go to anywhere, you go to a book, you will buy a book on Bhagavad Gita, right? Yeah. So it is more text-based. It is not based on, even in Vedas, we saw that Vedas, everything is scattered. Sutras, the first thing the Sutras did is made it topic-wise. It organized it, right? Like Patanjali Yoga Sutras, it pulled out everything from the 4 Vedas related to yoga, right? So then we have WhatsApp group, very powerful, very, very powerful. WhatsApp can be a major distractor for you in life, or WhatsApp can be a major enabler for you in life. WhatsApp is just a tool, like a knife in your hand. It's a tool, right? You can do a surgery with a knife and heal somebody, or you can kill somebody with a knife. The knife itself is neither bad or good. It's about our mind, how it uses that knife, right? So it's a mind which is good or bad. It is not the knife which is good or bad. Right? Same way, WhatsApp, there's nothing wrong with WhatsApp as a tool. There's nothing wrong with digital, which is as a tool, right? Please remember what Dandapani said. The moment he joined the ashram, he was given a Mac. So laptop is not the problem. Technology is a fantastic enabler. It's thanks to technology that we are able to talk to so many people, right, without a break, right? So WhatsApp group is a very important, powerful enabler for this entire journey. We will not use it for regular forwards and all that. We are very strict about it. We will very soon publish a set of do's and don'ts and rules, right? We will use the WhatsApp group for podcasts, like small audios. Like I already posted a couple of podcasts, which I recorded and I posted on Grahana and other things. So then we will give you some articles, which are very powerfully written articles. Then we'll give you some YouTube videos, like I gave the YouTube video of Dandapani's video, like that, many links. Then we use the WhatsApp for discussions, like questions like what Geeta asked or Sripati asked. When those questions are posted, we will use it. Then we are also coming out with the concept of personal coaches. Personal coaches is, we will have about 10 or 12 people from your group attached to a coach from the Joyful Vedanta first batch. In fact, all the core team members here are all from the first batch. They have been undergoing this for the last 3.5 years, right? Now, sorry, we will have personal coaches. So these personal coaches are available in different languages. Like we right now have a personal coach in Telugu, we have personal coach in Kannada, we have personal coach in Tamil, we have personal coach in Hindi. The reason is sometimes we feel comfortable asking a question in a local language, one-on-one to somebody, than post a question in the group, right? Again, why people hesitate to post a question in the group? Because self-conscious. They are worried whether others will judge me, whether my question is a stupid question. What will others think of me? Will I be an idiot in their mind? So again, the hesitation to come into a group and talk about something is coming from the same fundamental problem we talked today, which I think we need to respect. So people are more comfortable talking to personal coaches. So we are coming out with personal coach concept, which we will explain in the WhatsApp group, like who is going to be the coach for whom. If you're comfortable with Tamil, tell us. So we'll assign a Tamil coach to you. If you're comfortable with any mother tongue, I think we are more comfortable, right, talking to such a person, right? Then, like you had the quiz one, test of concepts, right? I have just given you the first test of concept based on launch session. I need to give you a test of concept based on introductory session 1, 2, and 3, which I'll give over a period the next few days, right? Which will help you know how much the learning has happened, right? Or rather, it will help you know, give me an opportunity to see the gaps and fill the gaps, right? Test of concepts. Now, all this will happen in season 2. And we'll use Zoom as a tool for the 12 to 15 sessions of 90 minutes each. And we will use WhatsApp as a sub tool in a very powerful way. Jackie Chan, in fact, in one of his interviews, who is a martial art expert, said, it's not the power of the tool. No, it is a powerful use of an ordinary tool, right? So how powerfully we use WhatsApp. Unfortunately, WhatsApp is used for passing some very silly messages across and some forwards, right? It's a very powerful tool. It's like using your smartphone for just playing games. It's a gross waste of a tool, right? So I think these are the things by which the season 2 will happen, right? Now, season 2, after a lot of discussions, we decided that we'll keep it non-profit and we'll keep it bare minimum and we will keep it as low as possible, right? And we said the total investment that you will make in season 2, which is 12 to 15 sessions covering all the content that I talked about in detail through a set of 12 to 15 Zoom sessions, plus the very powerful use of the WhatsApp group between sessions, right? Cost per adult learner is 4,800 rupees for the entire season 2. It is not per month, it is not per session, it is for the entire journey. And we also believe that Vedanta is not a post-retirement activity. Vedanta is for students, Vedanta is for younger people, because they can make best things out of life if they learn these things beforehand, right? So we want to show a concession to students who are less than 22 years of age. If they join, right, the cost per student learner who are 22 years of age will be 2,800 only for the entire season 2 learning, which is 15 sessions, right? And on top of this, if people do have a problem with funds for paying this, we are not saying that we are obsessed about this and so you get out of the signing off for the season. No, if you have issues, please talk to the core team members. The exceptions will be worked on a case-to-case basis. In fact, every core team member here, we are funding the complete education of a lot of people, okay, out of our own earnings. So I'm sure most of you who are also as learners here are also doing such activities, wonderful activities, right? So if you have a problem funding yourself for whatever reason, reach out to us. We'll find some people who can sponsor. Okay, don't get out of the race immediately. So if you have a concern, talk to us, talk to each one of us. You can talk to Srividya, you can talk to Ravi, you can talk to anybody. The core team, I've already given the contact numbers. You already have it with you. I can publish it once more. And I've already given a document which explains the profile of each of the core team members to you, right? So you can reach out to them, right? Do reach out to core team members for any exceptions, no problem. Please feel free to reach out. So this is the cost that we are actually talking about, which you will make for the entire season 2. It's a total investment, right? Now, usually in such sessions, what happens? People are taken to a high, and in that high state of euphoria, people are asked to make decisions. They say, I'll give you 50% discount if you swipe your card now. I'll give you 100% discount if you pay for 5 people. Now, we don't want you to take this entire journey is objectivity based. This journey is intellect based, right? So the registration itself will not open for the next 3 days. We don't want you to take any decision based on euphoria. We don't want you to take a decision based on the first 3 introductory sessions. No. Think about it. Is it priority for me? Can I commit? Am I interested or am I committed? Think about it. Please use your intellect. Take the decision based on intellect. Please don't take the decision based on euphoria. Very important. Any decision we take based on euphoria, any decision we take based on fear, any decision we take based on any of those 6 horrible emotions will be wrong. Even excitement is an emotion. Many decisions we take on excitement also can go wrong, right? So decision based on intellect, not euphoria. Second, season 2 start date is Friday, 18th November, right? 18th November of 2022 is when season 2 will start. Then the registration start date is Wednesday, 2nd November. That means from today, 27th of October to 2nd November, you cannot register even if you want. We want 5 days to you for your mind to settle down the euphoria. Please, take that time to settle down the effort and think and make your decision out of intellect. The registration close date is 16th of November 22, and 18th is when it starts. Monthly session schedule is first and third Fridays of every month, so that you can plan it on your calendar, right? And you can schedule accordingly. And the timing is 8:30 to 10. So I think at least in Indian time, you should be able to focus on this. We cannot do it on Thursdays because a lot of people have constraints on Thursdays. So we have shifted it to Friday, the first and third Fridays of every month, 8:30 to 10. And for your information, the Joyful Vedanta batch 1 continues even now, even after 3.5 years. It will continue for another lifelong time. Those sessions are scheduled on the second and fourth Fridays. So your sessions will be on first and third Fridays, right? 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Indian time. Again, exceptions will be communicated in advance. Like if I have a problem, or if most of the people have a problem, or if the Friday falls on a festival day, like Ganesh Chaturthi or something where people won't be available. So those exceptions will be handled case-to-case basis. We will discuss in the WhatsApp group and figure out a common time when we can reschedule the session, and we'll communicate about it. But having a schedule helps in planning, right? So that you know what it is, right? Now, very important that you stay tuned in the WhatsApp group. Many people will think that the season 1 is over. Season 1 is not over. Sorry. Okay, with 3 introductory sessions, season 1 is not over. I have still not posted many of the podcasts that I want to share with you. I have still not shared many of the articles that I want to share. I have not given you the YouTube links that I want to share with you. So all of this will continue from today, right? For the next 4 or 5 days till November 2nd. So stay tuned in the WhatsApp group. Stay in the WhatsApp group for value adds, which will continue, right? We use the WhatsApp group for announcements. We'll make a lot of announcements, like who will be the personal coach for whom, what is expected of you on a quiz that you have to take up, what is the link that you have to press if you want to take a test for the quiz based on introductory session 2, etc., etc. So announcements, we use WhatsApp, and WhatsApp will not be open at all times. No, we want to control it. We want to moderate, because it's a tool. The tool has to be handled correctly by the mind, right? There is a very strong set of do's and don'ts for WhatsApp, which we will publish very soon. Like no good morning, good evening messages, no greeting messages, right? Because we don't want this group to be yet another group. No, we will not allow it to happen. This group, this WhatsApp group is a very powerful tool, and we have to use it for the right purpose, right? So we will make announcements using this group. Second, this group is used for knowledge sharing podcasts. There are times when everybody can post. During that time, you can use the group for discussing, posting questions, sharing your thoughts and all that, right? All that can be done, right? So knowledge sharing podcasts will be done. Then a lot of articles, YouTube links, discussions and concept tests and everything will happen through the through the WhatsApp group. And last but not least, one of the biggest announcements that will be made in the group is SPOC. SPOC for queries. SPOC stands for single point of contact. So who is a single point of contact for who? So that it makes it easy. You don't have to reach out to 100 people for getting something done. So we will publish very clearly who is a single point of contact for whom after you sign up, so that you know what it is. And we have to have a lot of structure in place. Okay, the more structured we are, we can get rid of all the mundane pain points in life, right? And then focus on something larger. Otherwise, we will get stuck with mundane things, right? So if you don't want to get stuck in mundane things in life, I think we should have a lot of discipline, a lot of structure, a lot of organization, right? And once we have it, I think things will fall in place. We will have time for bigger things in life, right? Like say a Vedanta research or whatever, right? So all this will happen. I would like to sign off with a very, very deep gratitude to each of you for being part of season 1, because but for you, these sessions can't happen, right? In fact, in South Africa, in tribal, there is a wonderful greeting that people do when they pass each other, right? They don't say hi and things like that, which don't make any sense. So when they pass each other, the first person says, "I see you." and the second person says, I exist. A wonderful greeting. It's a very philosophical thing. What is the meaning of saying, I see you? And then the other guy says, I exist. Very important. When others don't see us, we don't exist. Our existence itself comes from others acknowledging our presence, right? If others don't acknowledge our presence, we don't exist in the mind, right? We may physically exist, right? So without each of you, this journey would not have been possible. Okay. So very deep gratitude to each of you for being part of this journey and using your free will, you have joined. So I would like to conclude this.